So, of course, before this person jumps off the cliff and into the water, he's going to scream something out, right? So, let's talk about doing speech bubbles, no pun intended. So, a speech bubble can be found up here in the shapes. If I go down to shapes and then call outs, down here I have a multitude of speech bubbles that I can select from. I can click on the speech bubble and it gives me my crosshairs as the mouse. Now I can open it up depending on how much I need to say. I can open up the size of my speech bubble like so. You can see the speech bubble forms and it has handles around it that I can resize. And it also has this yellow diamond. The yellow diamond is going to allow me to move and resize the pointing of the words. So if I want to show that this person is about to say something, I can stretch that out, and again, I can move it completely around and back to the person, right? So now I have the speech bubble and it's ready to go, and now I'm just going to type what I want to say. So he's going to scream out, Geronimo. Let's give a capital G right there. He's going to say, Geronimo, and of course, exclamation, exclamation, exclamation. I can also adjust the font and the size of the font depending on how loud he's screaming. It may be bold. I can do that by going to Command B to bold it. Let's see. Aha, there's more formatting tips right here. I could go to bold and change the font size just like this. And obviously I'm going to need to resize this now because the whole word doesn't fit in. So I move it around until it fits in. I could also change the background color of this by going to fill. Okay, so I can make the background yellow and everything else. Okay, now make sure, here are some tips. You need to make sure that this speech bubble stays on at least 5 slides, because when the live action happens, when your video is playing, it's going to go really fast. So you can't just put it on one slide and expect people to be able to read it, because it's going to be a split second, maybe not even. It's going to be like a fraction of a second that it's going to flash on the screen. So you want to keep this on for at least 5 slides. So as I duplicate my slides, I come over here and on the bottom right hand side, I'm going to click on my slide and then hit Command D to duplicate, and it's going to give me a new slide down here, and you can see, and as this person say jumps off, I can keep him in the same position and I can move just the arrow. Okay, so I want to keep the words there, but I want to continue moving the arrow, and it's going to be easier to read if it stays in the same spot, right? So then the next slide, I go over, I'm going to select my slide and Command D to duplicate. As he goes and he starts to rotate to do his flip, he's going to come down like this, and again, I can move the arrow to fit in right there, and again, I'm going to duplicate, and you get the drift. As he moves down, I'm going to continue moving the arrow to follow him, no matter where he is. But the words stay in one spot so that people can read it the whole time. So now I have the speech bubble on at least 5 slides. If it's one word, give it 5 slides. If it's a full sentence, I need to do even more slides to give the audience time to read it. So I will check it now by clicking on the slide, and then I will use the down arrow and see how fast it'll go, because I will just simply push the down arrow, and that's how long it's going to stay on the slide or on the presentation. So you need to really make sure that it's on there long enough.